Anyone who's owned a car that's got a couple miles on it or many years on it probably has thrown an engine code or some other code over time. I've had many cars that have done that, and one of the greatest things you can get is a code reader. The reason being, it allows you to see what actual code the vehicle's throwing, and with older systems, you could go online and search what that code actually meant, and more modern systems will break it down to you exactly what's wrong. So I've gone ahead and got this. It's called the FIXD OBD2 scanner. I'm pretty sure it's FIXD, it might be FIXD, but FIXD sounds more accurate. So what it is, this little package comes and it has a QR code on the back, and when you open it up inside, you'll find in the plastic is the actual OBD2 scanner that just plugs right into your car. And to get set up, it's pretty nice. You can either use the QR code on the back or the one that comes on this little insert, or you can just go on the website. But once you get it, it'll tell you how to start the install and set up for scanning codes on your car. So first up, you need to download the app onto your phone, which is very straightforward, and then you need to plug the system in and start to scan the car. So we're gonna go do that in 1 second. The nice thing about FIXD is there's also a premium account you can get that not only allows you to read and clear codes, it can actually hook you up with a mechanic locally to investigate and fix your car. You're basically sending the mechanic the codes your car is reading, so you know and they know, and both get to the problem right away, and you don't have to spend lots of extra money to either have them scan it or try to troubleshoot once the car's there. So the idea is that it saves you lots of money, and then you can also use the system to give you notifications on when things are upcoming, like tire rotations or oil changes or other maintenance, and it can also just track your vehicle history. For my purpose, I really just wanted to read codes and clear codes, so we're gonna go try to do that first and see how the system works. Okay, so we're now in the car, and I will open up the app, and it says the first thing I need to do is be near my car, which clearly I am, have my fixed sensor, which is just over here, and then I continue to install sensor. So now there's a little video here that shows you how to plug in your sensor, but I know how to do that. I'll just find the spot right there. Oh, it's upside down, there we go. And it goes. All right, so the sensor is plugged in. I click the button, setting fixed to like my Bluetooth, okay. Make sure your engine is running when the sensor is plugged in. Okay, so let's turn it on. And you'll see I clearly have a check engine light currently turned on. So I'm now on, new sensor tap to setup. I click that. Ooh, what do I want to call my sensor name? It'll be Mike's Sensor. Continue. Okay, continue. Okay, it's installed, and I can tap here to scan. So if I tap, it's communicating. Saying it can take up to 2 minutes. We'll see how long it takes to scan. It knows that I have a Genesis Coupe. It wants to know which trim, so I have the 2.0T. Submit. Year 2010. Yep, everything here looks right. Submit. All right, it's downloading. It's saying there's stored codes and there is a moderate driving impact. So let's look at my stored codes. So first thing I will do is click this one, and it is a small leak detected in the evap system, something in the engine. So it's telling me this means that the fuel vapor is leaving your car. While the most common source of this is having your gas cap loose or off, it could also be a sign of other underlying problems. Saying I may not pass emissions. Saying here I can click to see the cost. I can have the AI mechanic help me learn more about this problem. I can try to find a repair shop, or I can even call the hotline. So there's other bits of data I can find too. So if I scroll down, it will let me know that it's been 423 kilometers since this light first went on, and nothing's been cleared off the car in over 8,000 kilometers. So if I click on the actual code itself, if you scroll down, it gives you all the details of what happened when the code was thrown. So looking at this, it was 9 degrees Celsius out, which is probably around 45 or so degrees Fahrenheit. The engine was basically idling and I wasn't moving. And I do remember when it was thrown, it was a rainy day. So that's good to know. If I had the premium subscription, I could then see the cost of what it would be by clicking that. Also, I could see results of what an emission test would be with this on. But the most important thing is I could find a repair shop. So if I click that, it knows my location, it's telling me all the repair shops nearby that are set up on the system. So that's great because not everyone has a mechanic they regularly go to, or more importantly, could have issues on the road and they need to find someone fast and nearby. Now, the thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear this engine code by clicking this button here. So clicking that is communicating, it's gonna clear the code, and it says FIXD has successfully reset the code on my Hyundai Genesis Coupe. Did the dash light turn off? So I say yes or no, and I go from there. So although it cleared the code, the light didn't go off. So I'm clicking here through the different menus to see why that happened. So first it tells me, did the light go off? And I said no. Then it asks what light's on, and it's engine. Now it's telling me if the engine was running, and it was, so saying stop engine. So I'm gonna stop the engine, but leave the key in and just before the ignition point. Engine key is off, key in pre-ignition. Done. Now I hit that button. It's communicating, it's talking, checking. FIXD has successfully reset the coupe. So it's saying, did your dash engine turn off? Well, let's start it up and find out. Hey, and look at that, it is off. So I say yes. And now it's cleared. And the great thing is, if this code comes back on, I can see the details again. And if it comes back on maybe 2 more times, I'll take it somewhere to get looked at. I'm thinking it was just probably the old loose gas cap, or it's just an old car and there might have just been a temporary hiccup in one of the seals. So not only does this tool work, it's also quite handy at quickly seeing what's wrong. The best part is you don't have to be a mechanic to use it. There's very straightforward information, and depending on your comfort level in knowing your vehicle and what you want to do, you can do anything from see the code and immediately book an appointment, see the code, investigate it a bit more, clear the code like I did, or if you're really mechanically inclined, you might know exactly where the issue is and go fix it. With the premium package, I could even see, like I said, an estimate of how much it would cost and some other great features. So yeah, I'm really happy with this, and I'm hoping I don't have to use it again anytime soon. I'm hoping my engine light turns off, but if it doesn't, I'm ready to check it again.